Hello, hello. Welcome to Live Psychic Readings with Nancy. My name is Nancy. Happy Friday. It is Nancy night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am going to go ahead and start on Instagram as well. Let's get my graphics all worked out. Let's do some waves today. I was actually trying to find a way of going live on Instagram as well, and it looks like that is not happening, my friends, tonight, which is cool. So that's nice. All right. Hey, and we got Peanut Gallery in the back, and I know we had some cool music last night. I'm trying to pull that up. We got some ad source, background music. I know we were doing some background music last night. Turn that on. This is how the magic happens, my friends. All right, now we're going to go live on Instagram. So if you're joining me for the first time, thanks so much. My name is Nancy. I am a psychic. I am a medium. I am an animal communicator. I am a lost pet founder extraordinaire, if you will. I have found 43 pets in the last 14 months.
One.
Yes, my daughter is saying, let's count in the background. Anything that you want to share with me, I am here tonight for about the next 45 minutes or until my kids go a little nutso. While you're waiting me to start answering questions while I go live on Instagram, you can check out my cool dance moves on TikTok at nancy.mellow.
She dances like Elaine from Seinfeld.
I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld, and we're going to stop the Peanut Gallery comments tonight from my daughter. If you haven't friended me on Instagram, you can check me up at nancy.mellow.psychic.medium. And I'm going to adjust my pretty Instagram account right now. And then we are going to get this party started. Hello, hello. So I am still unable to go live on both Instagram and Facebook. So unfortunately, or fortunately, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to be going on both once again tonight. We did it last week, and we're going to be doing it again tonight. We made it work last week, didn't we? We had some fun. Helen, please stop speaking in the background. As some of you know, I am a single parent as my husband is deployed right now, so forgive me for the Peanut Gallery. On YouTube, if you haven't friended me on YouTube yet, you're going to search Nancy Mellow Psychic Medium. Helen, stop speaking. Helen, stop speaking. Helen, stop speaking. I'm live on the air. Thank you. So I have an 11-year-old going on 18. Raise your hand if you have an 11-year-old that's going on an 18-year-old right now that likes making comments in the back. I have had one heck of a week with her. That's when you guys say, oh, Nancy, you're so wonderful. I say, you have not seen me as a mom at 7 o'clock in the morning when I am trying to get my 11-year-old ready for bed, or ready for school, I should say. I'm not getting her ready for bed at 7 o'clock in the morning. That would be a little wonky. I do have some bookings opening on Sunday. You can catch me and learn more about me and how I get my cool dance moves at nancy.mellow. For my Instagram friends, hello, Instagram family. I'm still unable to go live on both, so we'll do what we did last week, which we're going to go on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube on one screen, you, my friends, on the other, so forgive me for that. Unfortunately, you can't hear this cool ambient music in the background. We have just a few rules on Nancy Night, because that is what we have a wonderful viewer on the show, and she calls it Nancy Night. I'm actually putting that as a caption here. Nancy Night. Four Wands Wildlife calls it Nancy Night, so it is Nancy Night. I'm actually showing that on Facebook. Amy, thank you so much. It is Nancy Night. So what does that mean? I answer all of your questions for free. Zero obligation, whatever. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to sell you any spells. I'm not trying to tell you you were cursed. No, I do not take tips for getting rid of curses, but I do like chocolate. Again, forgive me, I'm single parenting, so you're going to see a little bit of a mess in the background. I have two kids. One of them's on headphones, and one of them's making some lovely comments in the back. So as you can see, I'm going to do readings for about the next 45 minutes. The only thing I ask of you is you ask a specific question to get a specific answer. That's all cool. That's what helps me a lot. I'm going to move very fast. I'm going to try and get through as many questions as I can. If I don't get to your question, immediately, please don't be offended. It's not that I don't want to answer about why, Raffy the cat is peeing outside his litter box. By the way, did you guys see that what happened the other day? If you guys missed my Instagram story, and it's also on Facebook, in the Facebook stories, for one of the first times I had one of my animals break through a reading. And what happened was I was talking to a lovely client, and I was talking to her 3 cats, and all of a sudden I heard cat peeing outside the litter box. And so I told the client, I said, your cat pees outside the litter box. And she's like, oh, that's funny. My cat hasn't peed outside the litter box in about a month. And I said, oh, okay, that's interesting. I can be wrong. Psychics can be wrong. Do not believe any psychic, any intuitive, any medium that says they are always right. Screw that. And also anyone that says you're cursed, because you're totally not. No, so I look over, and as I'm writing it down, I see my cat Katniss in the background, literally peeing on the floor just outside the litter box. So, kid you not, that is my life right now. As for those of you joining me for the first time, thank you so much. So what I'm going to do, my friends, is I'm going to start. Thank you. My hair looks great. It has not been washed in about 5 days. I call this deployment spouse chic hair. I do have these wonderful earrings from Hermosa Cosa, Hermosa Cosa on Instagram. I love them. They are very pretty. And then I've got some other wonderful, another necklace by Paint Pour and More on Instagram as well. So we've got let's get to some questions, my friends. I'm going to get to the chat on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and then I'm going to hit you wonderful friends up on Instagram. Instagram, my friends, while you are waiting for your questions, go ahead and say hi to your neighbor, say hi to your other Instagram fam that's joining you on Nancy Night, and I will be right with you. So really quickly, we've got Janet. Janet is saying, hi, my Benny passed. Please let him know I miss him. I don't have that special power. Literally, I can say, Benny, he misses you, but it's just as easy if you say it yourself. Any psychic that says, I am the only one that can deliver that message to you, to your loved one, pet, or person, that's not true. That's not true. What I like to do is what we can do is, if you have a candle nearby, you can light one. I'm gonna light my Serpent and Flame, best wishes and warmest regards. Smells super good. And I am sponsored by Serpent and Flame. Not really. I promo their candles because I was buying so many of their candles that I was going broke. So you can get a promo code for that one if you really want it. It's Nancy10 on serpentandflame.com. But I just really love their candles. I burn candles all the freaking time. But anyway, so you light a candle, pretty candle, and you say, Benny, I love you. I let go of any guilt I have for your passing because I know that you don't blame me. I'm letting go of my guilt and my sadness, and I'm going to give it to God. And that's all you do. And it's wonderful magic. But honestly, he hears you. He hears you speaking. And that is the best gift of all, is just allowing yourself to believe and have faith that they are 100% around. Pamela says she hasn't seen me in a while. I've been here, Pam. I've been here, but I am also single parenting it while my husband is deployed. Melissa is asking over on Facebook, when will this season of Strife be over? That's a really deep question. I think, Melissa, I'm really hoping, by the way, I don't catch my hair on fire. I just had that thought. Melissa, I think, unfortunately for you, it's going to be hard. You seem to have challenge after challenge after challenge. And God, I can relate to this. How many, show of hands on Instagram, how many of you, show of hands on Facebook, how many of you can relate to just feeling like stuff is just hitting the fan over and over and over and over? I feel like that's 2021 and half of 2020 and half of 2021 in a nutshell, right? It's so frustrating. But I do see it opening up in the fall. I want to introduce you to one of my favorite concepts that we talked about last week, and that is pronoia, believing that the universe is in your favor. With pronoia, what happens, and I've seen this firsthand, and I know those of you that follow me, you hear me talk about this, but I have seen this in my own life. Pronoia is literally, it's a psychological theory. It's the opposite of paranoia. Paranoia is people are out to get you. Pronoia is the belief that the universe is helping you. There's a book about it, not sponsored. But I've seen it work where I've literally had to change my way of thinking as well and say, Oh my gosh, life is so hard. I mean, dude, I could have written the book on freaking life sucks the last week, with the things that have happened. My son almost went to the ER one night because he bonked his head, and this is only the first week of deployment. So it's okay though. It's okay because I know that the universe has my back, and when I know the universe has my back, it gets easier. It's just one day at a time, and I do feel like things will start getting better for you in the fall. But right now, you are in a season, like so many of us are in a season of just crap. But I believe in pronoia and believing and knowing that the universe is working for me. So while I'm answering a couple quick questions on Instagram, go ahead, give my website some love. It's nancymello.com. Let me know how much you want to see more dance moves or what you like about it. I'm going to quickly catch up on the chat over on Instagram. Hello, my Instagram family. Kate Flutis. Kate Flutis is saying I'm not. Kate Flutis, Instagram family all knows about Kate Flutis. She was our bachelorette over in the last few weeks. She says, I'm not sure where my anxiety is coming from. Kate, I just feel like, kind of like Melissa, you're in a transition. You are in this transition where you're not really sure where to go. And it's like, I think it's that panic. It's that not knowing. And I know a lot of us can relate to this, right? When you don't know what's going to happen, you feel that lack of control. And that's where anxiety comes from. Anxiety loves to prey in that part of not having any control, not wanting that, not wanting you to kind of move forward. So what I want you to do, Kate, and I know if you and I haven't talked about this, I know I've talked about this with a lot of other people. I want you just to lift your hands up in the air and let it go. Whatever is coming, especially with you in relationships, you just got to go with it, my friend. You have to go with it and just it's out of your control. Whatever is happening with the guy, you know who I'm talking about, you just got to let it ride, and the universe will continue to work. Carolyn says, do you know what my strongest psychic ability is? Carolyn, I do feel like you have the gift of, you have some intuitive dreams, and your gut is 100% super, super strong. I just think you need to trust your gut. Dia says, my dog Harley has a thing going on with her ear. Will I find the root of the problem? Any question I should ask the vet tomorrow? Let me think about this for just a second, Dia. Harley with her ear. It's almost like there's fluid and not a vet, by the way. Definitely not a vet. It seems like there's almost fluid, or what I hear from Harley is itchy, and fluid. There's almost like a buildup. Make sure that they can verify that there's no fluid. Make sure it's almost like she's having a little bit of a reaction to something going on in her ear. There might be some growth in her ear. So definitely just ask her to really get to the bottom, literally, of the ear canal. Madison is saying, will I be able to find a horse this summer? Madison, what I'm hearing for you is you need to look more south. And I do feel like it'll be August. It'll be August by the time you get a horse, but you will find it. Celine, what's going on with my mom, Mary, and dad's health? I think they're having a rough time. It's almost like they're giving up. It's almost like they're just kind of like, woo, like it's been going on for a while, right? I think the best thing you can do is just be there for them. I'm hesitant with real medical stuff, but you just be there for them, encourage them to go to all their appointments. Rebecca is saying, will my 8-year-old son go out of anger? This is an important one and then I'm going to hit up Facebook. Will your son grow out of anger? I think you definitely need to get someone else involved as far as a therapist. A really great thing, and this is for everyone, is like DBT therapy. It's dialectical behavioral therapy. That's incredibly important. He needs an outlet. He needs to find an outlet, and it's not just a sport. He needs to learn about expressing it because his anger is coming from anxiety. I had this flash last night about my old cat in my mind. Later, I was so visited, I absolutely jumped. Is this a sign? Yeah, it's definitely your cat, Nikita. Hello, weekend vibes. We got KR Russ saying weekend vibes, and KR Russ, who I absolutely love. Hello, my friend. She's over on YouTube, and she's saying, do I see her changing jobs this year? Yes. I feel like November is like going to be your sweet spot. October, November, your sweet spot. You can start looking, KR. You can start looking. I do feel like it's going to happen more fallish, but definitely around the November timeframe. How does my baby father, Martin, feel about finding out we have a 4-month-old daughter? Is this person passed? I'm very confused, because if this person is alive and not knowing, I'm very confused. Okay. Oh, I believe it is, because she's asking again. Forgive me. I just wanted to make sure that Martin was physically, if he was physically alive, it would be more of an issue. I think he's excited. Eyes, something about the eyes. I think she has his eyes, and something about the hair. The hair is kind of sticky, like it reminds you of his hair. Something about the hair. Loves, 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 loves. Hello, my friends. Holly is saying, do we see a job change for her? Not anytime soon, Holly. Not anytime soon. I think, oh wait, alive. He's alive. He's not passed. I thought you just said he was dead. Oh no, you said, is there any communication coming from? So if he's alive, why aren't you asking him? I'm very confused. But I do think she has his eyes. So wait a minute. This is all right. I'm going to get to this job change, Holly. I apologize. Apparently the gentleman that was passed is not passed. I'm very confused. Okay. I know that baby has his eyes. I know she does. The hair that sticks up is like him. But maybe talk to him. I don't, is this like Trick the Psychic night? I don't know. I don't know. All right. Holly is saying, do I see a job change? Not anytime soon, my friend. Not anytime soon. But that doesn't mean it's not possible, my friend. Okay. Well, I'm glad. Okay. So I'm glad at least Paris says that she does. He's locked up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paris. I am so sorry. Gosh, I am so sorry. And he does have his eyes. I am glad he's locked up. My prayers go out to you, truly, with anyone that's incarcerated. That is tough. That is a tough gig. It's like being like, it's like someone serving in the military, but instead of, at least, you get the occasional emails, but you don't have that heroism associated with it, right? Because they're locked up. So you don't get that support because, it's more, I guess, condoned, or it's more, but no, that freaking sucks. I'm so sorry, Paris. I'm going to send you prayers. I'm sending you so many prayers. Try and email him. If he can contact you, email him. Eyes and something about the hair, Paris. And I'm so sorry. My heart just goes out to you, and way to go, mama. All right. So Holly, back to you, Holly. Keep going. I do see maybe something next year. I hope it's a little bit different than I think. I hope it's sooner. I think you just got to stick this one out for a little bit. And she has his head. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that we've verified now that that's good. And Paris, my heart just goes out to you. One more on YouTube, and then I'm going to hit my friends up on Instagram. Instagram, if you need a reading book for this weekend, Sunday is going to be your best bet. I am off on Monday. I am actually taking a day off, so it's amazing. R on YouTube says, hey, Nancy, do you see a job promotion for me? Oh, another one. I don't see a promotion for you, R. I see a job change, right? I see you switching jobs. I don't know if it'll be so much of a promotion. I see it kind of on the same level, but I do feel like it will, this job change will be more beneficial, and it will get you farther ahead. While you're waiting for me to answer questions on Instagram, and I apologize, hopefully next week I'll figure this out. I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong with this. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want you to search, everyone that's waiting, search for Nancy Mello Psychic Medium over on YouTube. Valerie is saying, I had a miscarriage a few years ago. Will she have more children? This is on Instagram. I think I see one. And I don't know, but Valerie, I don't know if it's the miscarriage, and I'm so sorry to hear about that. As many of you know, I also am a baby loss mom of actually a couple of miscarriages and baby loss full term. I see one, but I'm not sure if it's the miscarriage or the baby coming. I see one more. I see one. Do any of my spirit guides have anything to say for me? Whatever you're doing this weekend, Colin, take it slower. I want you to breathe just a little bit more. Something about this weekend. Don't rush into this weekend. Hello. Roseanne is asking if she's pregnant with baby number 3. Is this your way of telling me you're pregnant? If so, we totally need to meet up in Chicago and have breakfast again. Let's see. Mama 2020, Mila is asking, what's 2020 isn't the best year financially. Will 2021 be a better year? Mila, I think maybe at the end you're going to pull it through. Same thing. I think, 2020 is affecting this year, 2021, and it's really bringing us in. And I think believing that we are going to get through it. And I mean, every day, just focusing every day that we can do this, that we can get through this day, that we can get through this week is going to help us. Hopefully next year looks better, but I want you to push it like you've never pushed it before, Mama, and just get through. Miss Betty is saying, is the ringing in my ears ever going to go away? For this one, I do feel like what I hear with tinnitus, and I know that tinnitus is becoming even a bigger thing, and it's interesting. I do feel like there is, and this is more of like a clairvoyant thing coming out for everyone, but I do feel like with tinnitus, there is a new treatment that's going to be coming out in the next few years, because tinnitus can be just the worst thing. In the meantime, as this new treatment is being developed, something that's interesting, something about water, something with water I'm hearing. Is it ever going to stop? Not completely. I do feel like you're going to find a new treatment though. And I do feel like there's a male doctor that I feel like within 6 months, I think it's a lot sooner that you meet up with. And it could just be like a primary care doctor that you're going to try something else with. Mikey says she's turned the fan off. I love this. I love this because I get lost in these. Instagram is having a party. If you are not over on Instagram, my Instagram name is nancy.mellow.psychicmedium. And every single Friday night, this Instagram family has a party over there. Everyone is chatting. It's me, Lori. Hello, Lori. I'm sending you so much love. Lori says, will I get me my 3? Yes, she will. Does my papa have any messages for my mom? You mentioned he used to visit her at night in a white gown. Your grandfather visited your grandmother in a white gown. I think he's just waiting for her. And something about a garden. He says he likes the garden. He likes the garden. I hope that helps. Hold on. Over on Facebook, what is going on, my friends? Ooh, do I do? Paris says, do I see her getting an apartment? Yes, but it's going to be with some stipulations, whatever that means. Yes, but is what I'm hearing. Yes, but. Diana is saying, is it going to be the right fit? Yes, for now. Maybe not forever, but for now, yes. Any messages for past family members? Bree, for whatever reason, I'm seeing this white little dog around you. I have no idea what that means. This white little dog around you is very excited. Pops something in your childhood. Maybe it was a mom's dog. There's some little white dog running, just running around you. So ask me a question to get a specific answer. Let's see. If you've already asked a question, my friends, on Instagram, let me try and catch up. We've got someone making some political statements over on Facebook, or on Instagram, so we're not gonna have that because that's always good. We love political talk with our psychic readings. Does John or Michelle have anything to say to you? So what I'm hearing for you, Ellie, and I don't know if this is just more in general or if this is for them, but something about forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. That's literally what I heard right now for you. Hopefully that means something to you. It doesn't mean anything to me. Something about forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key. Let's see. We've got Susan on Facebook. Anyone around me? Family, pets, anyone coming through? Anyone. As far as Susan. Susan, you've got a brown dog with spots, a brown and white dog, kind of a mutt-looking dog that's around you. And then also a lovely shorter lady with curls is just delighted that you're even asking. she is like a hoot. She is laughing. She is just excited. I feel like this is either a grandmother or a great mother, but it's a woman in like these tight, beautiful little curls. I am loving that. So we've got Marianne saying her son passed. I'm so sorry. She's asked, so Marianne over on Facebook is asking if her son has a message for her. This is really random, and I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but something about a baseball. He keeps saying something about a baseball. If it makes no sense, forgive me. My heart goes out to you. I am so sorry for the loss of your son. Losing a child, you become part of a community that you don't want to be a part of. And it stays with you always. I don't know if that makes any sense about a baseball, but I am sending you love. We've got, hello, Nancy. Hello, Grace. I'm sending you so much love. So glad the weekend is here. Amen. Amen. I feel that too, although that means my kids are home the whole time. Is your dad with Austin? Yes, indeed. No baseball. Yeah, I don't know, Marianne. Yeah, I apologize. Marianne. It's just, I'm trying to pick up really quickly. Sometimes I'm wrong and I'm not afraid to say it. Something about baseball, ball. I keep hearing ball. I could, but I'm talking to so many, it could be getting convoluted. If someone has a freaking spirit with a baseball, maybe like raise your hand and shout so I can see, because someone that's like listening or watching, someone is talking about a freaking baseball and it's not stopping in my head. I just keep hearing baseball. So I apologize for you, Marianne. That includes Instagram too. If you have someone in spirit that like this person is incessantly talking about baseball, which don't get me wrong, I love baseball. I don't love hearing it chatter away in my ear. So if you have someone that's all about baseball, please let me know, because that is not stopping in my ear, and I apologize for that one, Marianne. Like I said, it's just something is rattling in my ear. Ellie says it makes sense. So glad on Instagram that makes sense. Best Piece with Allison is saying, any updates regarding business? I don't think fall, Allison. I think winter. Fall, winter. Any info about the car I've been manifesting? Ford wants me to drain another grand. Holy crow, Brenda. I think you need to work on getting that extra money from you know who, Brenda. I think you need to work on getting the extra money, because that is not cool. What's going on, and you know what I'm talking about. So is anyone, hey, IG, is anyone in spirit? Do you know like a brother or an uncle or a grandpa and something about a freaking baseball? Does this ring a bell for anyone? Because I keep hearing something about a baseball and it's driving me nuts. The Jenny Cool. Yes, and then there's another blonde, like a retriever, the Jenny Cool, something about a retriever. Okay, so yeah, something about, this is like bothering me. And then you're awesome. So glad of, thank you so much. Okay, my friends. So one of my rules that I generally have, and this is why, is because I hear a lot of talking in my ear from people that have passed over and it takes a lot of my energy, is let's stick with living people, living pets, right? So if you want to book a session for a past person or a pet, please go to my website. I'm going to put it up on here. It's nancymello.com. This is why I'm good to rule with jobs and spirit animals and stuff like that. But you know what? Hearing 50 people talk in my ear is not my favorite thing to do on a Friday night. Will I get the third stimulus check? Yes. June. It's me, Lori. Any thoughts on those two different women? The second one is more trustworthy, Kelsey, than the first. I hope that helps. Second one is more trustworthy than the first. So yeah, go ahead and book, and let's stick with living people, because my brain is just like and I don't want to disappoint anyone or hurt anyone's feelings by feeling like they, I don't, especially when it comes to children that have passed. I don't want to mess around with anyone's emotions tonight. That's not something I want to do. I have lost a daughter, as many of you know. And the last thing I would want to do is spread hogwash. Authenticity is hugely key for me. So let's not play that game. So yes, my friends on Instagram, feel free to answer messages. Right now, we're sticking to living people and living pets. We're talking about the future, whatever you friends want to know. I've got 197 5-star reviews on Google, so ain't too shabby. And it's not that I don't want to answer your questions about people that have passed on. I get a lot of talking in my ear. and it gets a little overwhelming when I'm trying to quickly answer questions. And once again, you can book a reading at nancymello.com. Okay, we've got Celine saying, any good news in June? I feel like things are gonna pick up for you in June, definitely, 100%. It's gonna be kind of like a slow and steady, and it's just gonna keep picking up. But I want you to really start manifesting what you want in June, and B, really focus on the positives every day. And this is huge for all of us. It's to just focus on that positive energy. My friends. Grace is saying, when should I retire? So when should you retire? I mean, I think it would be lovely if you could retire right now. This is Grace on YouTube. Within 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years, I do feel like there's either going to be an early retirement package. There's going to be some kind of package where you're able to retire. It's definitely not going to be within the next 12 or 24 months. And no lottery winning for you. But unfortunately. But I do see 3 or 4 years, and there's going to be some kind of buyout or something that happens where you're able to leave. We've got the baseball identified. So I apologize very much for Marianne, who I mistakenly thought that the grandfather was him. So Valerie says, my grandfather played baseball when he was younger. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Valerie, for that one, for affirming that one. With the baseball, Valerie, he's okay. So yeah, he is funny. Dirty. Always get dirty. Always dirty. And then something about smell of smoke. All about the smell of smoke. Smell of smoke. I think he's saying that you smell smoke, and I think that's him. So does anyone ever get phantom smells? That was one of my first understandings that I had psychic abilities. Raise your hand if you get phantom smells. So what that means is when you smell something that isn't there. So in Valerie's case on Instagram, she's saying that her grandfather, what I'm hearing is he gives her to smell smoke, something about the smell of smoke. And thank you. I guess Jenny Nicole is saying Blondie. So I guess that's an affirmation there. Blondie and Shep. Excellent. So raise your hand if you feel that, because what happens is that no, you are not crazy if you smell phantom smells. Now, actually, I Googled this once because I was getting a lot of phantom smells, and they say that it can be a sign of not good things. So please don't Dr. Google. And if you honestly keep smelling stuff, get it checked out. I mean, for me, the phantom smells, they would happen every once in a while. It's not a constant smell, but it was weird because I would get a smell and I would automatically know it was. So I would have a cigar smoke for someone. I would have the smell of a certain perfume, and it would come through, and automatically I knew. And honestly, for the longest time, I thought they were haunting me. Like, honestly, I thought I was wackadoodle. But it was people that were visiting me, and that was one of my first understandings that I had abilities, was the smell. Russo is saying, I'm sending out resumes and reaching out to contacts. Do I see a job change for you? Maybe later this summer, Russo. Keep going. Gonza is asking an interesting question. Her grandma has Alzheimer's, and my heart goes out to you. That is no joke, and that's a really hard path for loved ones. And she's saying, does my grandma speak with Alzheimer's, or does my grandma with Alzheimer's speak with angels or spirits at night? Now, I remember Sylvia Browne, who the great psychic Sylvia Browne, talking about how people with Alzheimer's and dementia, that they are connecting with people that are actually there. So when they're talking to people kind of randomly, they are actually talking to them. Now, I remember Sylvia saying that. What I'm hearing on that note, Gonza, I reflect back to Sylvia's quote, because I agree. I think she does. I think she's starting. It's almost like the veil gets thinner, right? The veil gets thinner. Is it all? I mean, I just think it's getting thinner for her. Madison's asking if she's going to come into any money anytime soon. I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong. And if you do, mazel tov to you. Mazel tov to you. Okay, so Jenny is saying that she smells weed. Well, that's awesome. But I think it's my neighbor, and it comes through the bathroom air vent. Well, yeah, unless you had like a wonderful boyfriend that was a pot smoker, it's probably your neighbor. But that's, cheers to that. I mean, I don't think you can get a secondary high. We've got over on Facebook, we've got Oh, I'm sorry. We've got Gwenda saying, I feel so overwhelmed. I feel like life is just crapping on me. Will at least something good happen something happen good anytime soon? This is Gwenda. Gwenda, I have to go back to pronoia. I love this word. I say it about 10 times a night on my shows. Pronoia is the belief that the universe is on our side. So Gwenda, if believing in pronoia, and I mean legitimately believing in it, not just saying, oh yeah, it's another theory that people are talking about. No, seriously, like Google it. You have to believe, like I have on my website, and I have this quote that I totally need trademark is that faith is the belief. Faith is believing that the impossible is possible. You have to believe that life is going to happen. I can't tell you right now that life is going to get 100% better for you. I don't think it is. I think, though, that it is a little bit of mind over matter. And I think that you have to start believing that, A, you are worthy. And this is for IG folks, too. You know who you are. You have to believe that you're worthy. You have to believe that you are going to get through this. And C, you have to believe that you have stuff to offer. This is why, I don't just post these stop speaking. You don't have, Helen, I'm on a show. Thanks. I'm on a show. So you don't have to, what the hell was I saying? You have to manifest it. You have to manifest it. There's so much evidence, and this is scientific evidence in manifesting and believing. And I can relate so much to this one because I've been there. And when it's so hard because the more things fall, the more things, it just seems like things topple on top of each other. I do think things will get better. I do for you, but you have to believe that they will. And you have to believe you're worthy of doing it. Grace is saying she could have used the lottery money. Guess it's back to work on Monday. So sorry about that, Grace. I promise you, if I had the lottery numbers, my husband has called dibs on wanting to know first. But we both know that that's not going to happen either. Jenny is saying, what are my spirits talking to me about this week ahead? You are not getting enough sleep, my friend. You are not getting enough sleep. I want you like in bed like a half hour before you think you're going to go, because you are feeling a little overwhelmed. You are letting emotions get the better of you because of the lack of sleep. I promise you, you can do this, but you gotta like have a little bit of willpower. Sleep more. Okay, my friend, and it's gonna get better. It's going to get better. Paris, I want to take a moment with you as well. Paris has asked a couple of questions, but Paris, I think that we need to draw more attention. Paris, her baby's father is locked up right now, and I think that we need to really work on compassion as far as working, having compassion for people that have people in prison and in jail, and they struggle too, and it's not as socially acceptable to say, I'm so sorry, or to talk about it. And I think it's important to draw attention to it. So Paris, my friend, Paris, you need to keep fighting. Okay, first of all, what I'm hearing is and this is legitimate, this is not friend Nancy, psychic Nancy. You're doing a great job with your baby. You are doing a fantastic job. I think, you need to be asking for more help. There's a mom, a grandmother figure with you. Really allow them to help you. And also, I want you, are you trying to send jobs out right now? Whatever, I want you to start throwing your resume out. There's something about jobs. I see you working on the computer, doing something with jobs. Whatever you're hesitating on it, I want you to keep going with it, Paris. I just see you either looking for a job, working on your resume, something. I want you to keep going on it. And it will come through. Okay. Oh, I love the earrings and the necklace. Four Wands is saying, here's to tonight. Yep, this is Hermosa Cosa over on Instagram. We got the candle by Serpent and Flame right here. We got, 1 second. I'm just scanning through. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so we've got, it's Marla J's asking an interesting question. She's saying, which of the 5 senses is best to communicate with your guides? For you, Marla, I'm hearing. And it's just about listening. And it could be, when I'm hearing listening, it could be through here, right? Through your third eye, through listening, allowing it to flow in, allowing it to come in. And a lot of this, like people say, well, how did you start reading animals? How did you start doing that? honestly, I just started believing the crazy crap I was hearing. I mean, no joke. Like, I know a lot of you have heard about the story of how I started reading animals. I've been a medium all my life, but it was honestly, I was on a plane heading home from Chicago doing readings, and I had a dog that started talking to me next to me, and I thought I was cracking up. I was a little hungover. I might have had a little bit of more to drink because the plane had been delayed, and I honestly thought I was cracking up. But I listened and I wrote it down and I believed it. And every day, I will tell you, some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth is absolutely insane to me, because I don't know what it means. It means nothing to me, but it means so much to someone else. So as far as like how you can work on bringing your senses and being intuitive and being a medium, a big part of it is just trusting what you're hearing. Can you have mental illness, schizophrenia? There's a lot of mental illness. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of mental illness that comes with hearing things. We're not talking about actually hearing things. I don't actually hear voices. Hearing voices, I hear it as a stream of consciousness, just like it's my own thoughts. It never tells me to do anything bad. Spirit will never tell you to do anything bad. Please don't sacrifice any chickens. Don't do anything like that. But it will tell you things that there's no way you could know about someone else. Start writing it down. Start writing it down and talk to people about that you trust with it. And that's how I did it. It was a party trick. I joke that I did it to get cute boys to kiss me. I'm not really joking about that. I actually did that in Seattle. And if any of my ex-boyfriends, which they won't follow me, would ever find me, they would say, she's a crazy woman. And yeah, I kissed her for information. So yeah, I kind of poured myself out for my psychic abilities, and my daughter did not just hear that. So Amoni is saying, Paris told me about you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Nina is saying, I'm from the UK. Wow, it is late there, my friend. Happy early Saturday to you, Nina. Welcome from the UK. Sending you lots of love across the pond. Nina asked me a specific question. I'll get you an answer for you staying up so late. And yes, so this is wonderful. Paris says that she is staying at her grandma's and that she's helping with the baby. I'm so glad that you have assistance, Paris. Your grandma is, by the way, an absolute saint. She's a lovely lady. She is a riot. So that is awesome. Nancy on Facebook is saying, will my daughter Molly find a nice boyfriend soon? I love moms. Don't you? I love moms. Like, I want to be like, a mom that is like asking if my daughter is going to find a nice boyfriend or girlfriend. I think that would be sweet. It's funny because I feel that Molly is really focused, really focused on career, on school, I just see her like locked in. I do see something coming up in about a year. I mean, we're talking like way out. So butterfly effect, chaos theory, which I always say, the longer something is out, the harder it is. You're going to make adjustments because even saying it can change it. The chaos theory basically says that even just saying these words, it'll start changing things. That's why clairvoyance, it's amazing what we do, but also the farther things go out, it's so much easier to be wrong. I do feel like something in about a year, Nancy. I think she has lots of guy friends, which are great. I think she has a great crew around her. Oh, my friend. Okay, let's see. We've got, I'm so sorry, Instagram family. Celine is asking if she's going to win the lottery. If I tell you the numbers, will you give me like 75%? No, I'm kidding. No, I do not know the lottery numbers, and no, you will not win the lottery, my friend. Michelle says, will I do well on my interview this Wednesday? Yes, I think you're going to do wonderful. I think you'll be top 2, 3 at least. And it's Marla J saying, how do the guides choose to communicate? So your guides are going to communicate any way they can. So Sylvia Brown used to say that your guides will be like jumping up and down trying to get you to communicate. We talked about this last week, what we can do when we want our guides to help us, right? If we just want them to help us even more, we open ourselves up to it. And one of the things we can do is we give them permission to hear our thoughts the rest of our lives. That doesn't mean they're going to hear our thoughts when we're having sex or going to the bathroom or taking a shower. It just means they have access, so that when we're struggling with writing a blog or a term paper or a difficult, whatever with your kids, they can tap into that and help you more efficiently. So all you do, you can light a pretty candle if you want, whatever you want to do. you can just say, I give my guides, if you have names for them, tell them your names. I give my guides permission to read my thoughts my entire life. That's all you do. And that'll help. But they're going to communicate with you anyway. How? One of the reels I have on Instagram from a little bit back is saying that how you know something is intuition, and your guides are trying to tell you it's going to happen over and over and over again. And you'll see other psychics and I will joke about how you will hear something again and then we're like, shit, like what the hell? And it's always something like I don't really feel like doing. Like the advent calendars last year, I loved doing them. I was grateful to do them. That was one of those things my guide was like, you need to do it. You need to do it. And I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, yes. So that's how your guides will come to you. All right. We have a dog question. Susan is saying the black and white mutt is Knuckles. He is sitting next to me. Oh, lovely. He has only had maybe 5 people he likes. He has never gotten over abuse from before. I saw a black and white dog earlier. Oh, okay. Wonderful. That connects. I love when things connect. It makes me happy and less crazy. He has never gotten over abuse from before I rescued him. Wonder what happened to my poor boy. So, Susan, this is one of those questions that we could take a whole 30 minutes on. I don't know how much I want to go into on the air. This might be triggering for some people. Let's just say it was pretty bad at the hand of someone. I don't want to, just in case there's any triggers, I don't want to hurt anyone that's a survivor of abuse. Even talking about abuse can be triggering. Let's just say it was at the behest of someone's hand. Other than that, if you want to talk about this more, it's not that I want to sell you a reading. I want to be careful and sensitive of people on here. You can book an animal reading. I do 30 and 45-minute reading. I think 30 would be fine, Susan, just to talk about what's happened. NancyMello.com. If you're up for it, I just don't want to talk about the abuse on air. To my friends. Hello. Miko is saying I had an interview yesterday. Do I think you'll be offered the job? I think keep applying. I think you will be offered it, actually. I think you'll be offered it. Hi, sweet boy. On the couch. Thank you, sweet boy. On the couch, sweet boy. Thank you, sweet boy. My son is saying it's time for bed. Okay, so I'm going to take just a few more questions because my son is ready for bed. So let's see. My friends. Let's take a few more questions on Facebook. I'm going to close up from Facebook and then I'll take a few more questions of you. So tell me where you are watching from. And I'm going to finish up on Facebook and then I'll get right back to you, my friends. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Amomi is saying, how does Brandon feel about me? And will we get back together? No, he is dealing with someone else and he's not. No. He's playing you. He is playing you like a fiddle. Leslie is saying, why do I dream about bears so much? You definitely have a connection to them. And spirit animal. They're strong. So I'm not like spirit animal extraordinaire. Bear, spirit animal, courageous, strong, not very, very brave. Basically, your spirit animal is going to be an animal that equates your strengths and what you are trying to emulate. So bears are very protective, very family oriented, but it's your spirit animal. And then Brenda is asking, Whoops. Let me get to this one. Sorry about that, my friends. So we have Brenda is asking, I'm unemployed. When do you see a position for me that I'll be really happy? I do think you'll be getting a job sooner than later. I think, hiccuping, at the end of late June at the latest. As far as being happy, I think you're going to be okay in this job that you get. I think just because it's a job, it's going to pay the bills. I do see you gaining happiness, I think, just through paying the bills, being productive. I feel like your happiness is going to start coming up. As far as being happy it's going to be a while. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I think you just have to get back on your feet a little bit as far as a job. And then it's gonna help you kind of snowball into something else. So I think you're getting there. It's just a matter of timing, and it'll be okay. Okay, we've got more details into the cheating boy. Is he serious? Is he serious about the girl he's dealing with? I don't think he's serious about anyone. He's playing both of you. All right. How do you pay for a paid reading? you are going to go and you are going to book at nancymello.com. That is where you book sessions. Thank you so much for being here on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube. And I will see you all next week for Nancy Night, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And Instagram, hang on, because I'm going to be talking to you. Thank you so much, my friends. I will talk to you next time. Nancy Mello.